We are live here on a Thursday night, May 11th, 2023. Want to thank everybody joining live or watching this on repeat. Always a fun day, NFL schedule release day. And we do already know a few matchups, and we definitely will get to those before we do get started. The fun thing about the schedule release is that we already know the opponents, right? Because it's based on the standings of the previous season. However, we don't know the order it's going to be in. We don't know anything of that nature until today. And this is going to be a whole lot of fun. Now, there were some primetime games and international games and things like that did already get announced. So we can obviously take a look at that first. And then we can kind of go from there. So the first game of the season this year. And if this doesn't let you know what the league and what the general public thinks about the Detroit Lions, nothing else will. But they get the opening game of the year at Arrowhead against the Chiefs on a Thursday night. That's September 7th. Opening game of the year, Lions Chiefs. The Lions hype is 100% real. And I am here for it. I got to tell you, I really, really liked what the Detroit Lions did last year. Going down the stretch, especially going to that game in Lambeau where they had a very slight chance of getting into the playoffs, but they still had to get a win against Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau, and they went in and they did it on a primetime game. That was a lot of fun to see, and a team that I really, really like their coach, Dan Campbell. Jared Goff seems to have figured things out a little more last year than the couple years previous, and while he was with the Rams there, those last couple years really weren't good at all. But I'm very excited, and it appears that we've already got some information that's being tweeted out here that I can see. Looks like we have the full Monday Night Football schedule. This is straight from Adam Schefter, who obviously is with ESPN. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can share this screen with you guys here. And we'll go ahead and take a look at these matchups. We do know a couple of these already. We did know it was announced yesterday in Week 1. The first Monday night game of the year will be on September 11th in New York with the Jets hosting the Bills. That's going to be an awesome, awesome matchup there. But let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys here so we can look at these matchups together. Bear with me here. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Okay, so if we look at this, hopefully you guys can see that. Well, that's going to be the schedule there. It's kind of just blocking out. The tweet doesn't say much. It's right over the tweet. It just talks about that that's the full Monday Night Football schedule. But if we look at it, like I said, Week 1, we do have the Bills and Jets. Week 2, we have a nice NFC South matchup between the Saints and the Carolina Panthers here in my city of Charlotte, where I do reside. That should be a very fun one there. We also have we got a double header that night, so we've got Browns and Steelers as well. Next week, another double header, and that's going to be the Eagles and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, obviously a very new roster, new quarterback, no Tom Brady. So we'll see how that matchup ends up going there. Eagles are probably going to, if I had to guess, go in and probably stomp a mud hole through Tampa Bay. And then we got Rams-Bengals. Very intrigued to see if the Rams are going to be improved at all this season. They struggled, obviously, quite a bit last year. So that's a big question mark to see how they perform. And guys, let me know as well in the comments, what you guys are excited to see. Any matchups that pop out to you guys, or if you're having trouble being able to see the schedule as well. I'm not sure if it's a little small for you guys, or if you're able to see it okay. Definitely let me know that as well. We're also looking here about in October, week 4, we've got Falcons Jaguars in Jacksonville, Seahawks Giants. Ooh, here we go. Packers Raiders on October 9th. That will be a fun one. That'll be Devontae Adams playing his old team. Cowboys Chargers. Kellen Moore will call plays against his former team there with the Cowboys and Chargers game. Next week we've got a fun NFC matchup of the 49ers and the Vikings in Minnesota. Another Raiders game here against the Lions. Lions with another primetime game here, apart from the opening game of the season as well. We look over here, we got Chargers Jets. That should be a fun one there. Justin Herbert against Aaron Rodgers. Broncos Bills. Now, I think this potentially could be a very fun matchup. I'll tell you why. Denver, I think, is going to be much improved. I think Sean Payton is going to right that ship fairly quickly. And we all know how good Buffalo is. So it's going to be a lot of fun, I think, that game. I think that game should be competitive. Those should be two teams that are right there in the hunt for it in the AFC. And then we get a Super Bowl rematch on November 20th. Eagles going into Arrowhead against the Chiefs. That's going to be a fun one. Fun matchup. Two high-powered offenses. An Eagles team that lost a lot on the defensive side of the ball, but still reloaded pretty well through the draft and through trades as well, and some free agency. Next week we have a nice NFC North matchup between the Bears and the Vikings. Those, I would imagine, are probably going to be the two teams fighting for that division title. So that would not surprise me at all if that is the case. Then we got the Bengals and Jaguars. Again, that should be a fun matchup there. Two great young quarterbacks, Joe Burrow versus Trevor Lawrence. I'm liking all these matchups, honestly. I mean, I really don't see a bad game. And then we get to this one, of course. Tennessee and Miami. I think Miami is going to probably still be a pretty solid football team. I do see them probably getting into the playoffs and having a chance to probably even win their division. But Tennessee is not going to be a good football team. They're just not. Don't see a lot of ways that can happen. Derrick Henry can only get you so far when you don't really have a quarterback. Unless Will Levis completely is different than my expectations for him, which is that I don't think he's all that good. We got another doubleheader, though, on that same week with we got Packers-Giants. Packers are going to be a very interesting one because we don't really fully know about Jordan Love yet. We don't know who that guy is. We don't know how talented he is yet. So that'll be a fun one to see. Next week, we got another good one there of Chiefs-Patriots. Now, the Patriots may not be a playoff team, but Bill Belichick, is going to put together a great game plan for Patrick Mahomes. And then we have a Christmas Day game between we could say this is a potential Super Bowl matchup, I think. I don't think that's too far-fetched, between Baltimore and San Francisco. Now, the Niners, I think, are probably a lot more likely to get to the Super Bowl than Baltimore is. But I don't think it's too far-fetched to say Baltimore and San Francisco is a matchup that we could see in the Super Bowl. And then we got the second-to-last Monday Night Football matchup of the year, and that is going to be the Lions heading to Jerry World to face the Cowboys. So the Cowboys on Monday Night Football, it looks like twice. The Bills are also there twice. I see the Jets twice. Who else do we see twice? We have the Lions twice. The Giants are there twice. The Jaguars are there twice. The Bengals are there twice. The Niners are there also twice. Chiefs are there twice. I mean, we got some good teams that are going to play multiple times on Monday Night Football. This is going to be a whole lot of fun, man, I'm telling you. And let's take a look here. We got, obviously, much more to get to other than just the Monday Night Football, but I wanted to go over kind of those primetime games here. Let's take a quick look. So here are the Thanksgiving games. That's always a fun one to take a look at as well. So for the Thanksgiving games here, we have Packers-Lions. Obviously, the Lions are always going to be playing on Thanksgiving. Commanders at the Cowboys. Cowboys, another team that always is going to play on Thanksgiving. And then we have our nightcap of Niners-Seahawks and a Black Friday game of Dolphins-Jets. So that should be a fun one. And again, guys, let me know in the comments which matchups you're excited to see. Anything that you guys want to get to that has to do with the NFL schedule release. There also is an NBA playoff game going on tonight if you guys wanted to chime in on that. But I kind of just wanted to go over first those primetime games. Let's take a look here and see if we got any other news. Here's our whole entire Week 1 schedule. There you go. We can go over that. So obviously, like we mentioned, the first game of the season there is going to be Lions at Chiefs. Then we got Panthers, Falcons, Texans, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Jaguars, Colts, Bucks, Vikings, Titans, Saints, Niners, Steelers, Cardinals, and Washington Commanders, Packers, Bears. Ooh, that's a fun one. I always love those Packers-Bears games. And obviously, it might be a little different now that no Aaron Rodgers in the mix. But it still should be a fun one there. Then obviously we're going to get to, we got Raiders, Broncos, Dolphins, Chargers. That should be a fun one, Dolphins, Chargers. Tua versus Herbert. Eagles, Patriots, Rams, Seahawks, Cowboys, Giants on Sunday night seems to be a pretty common matchup that we see on Sunday nights. And then obviously Bills, Jets that we did mention on Monday night there on ESPN and ABC. Awesome. So there is our whole Week 1 slate. This one we already knew about. There's our Monday night. I did want to see, I know that I personally am a Cowboys fan, and they did tweet a video out. Let's see if we can get this video. Let me see if you guys can see this well. I'm going to go ahead and remove. There you go. I'm going to remove myself for a moment. Right here. Here we go. There we go. Let's go ahead and watch this video the Cowboys put out with their schedule release. Because, again, I am curious because I am a Cowboys fan. I hope you guys can still hear me. If you can still hear me, please put that down in the comments there that you can hear me, please. Because I know my camera should be turned off, but I hope you guys should still be able to hear me. Can you somebody throw a comment there? Anybody tuning in live right now, and let me know. I know we do have a few folks that are joined in live. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Down in the comment section. Okay, perfect. We do have confirmation. All right, let me go ahead and let's go ahead and watch this video together.
Thank you.
Jerry.
Yes, sir.
Taylor Sheridan, I believe you have something in mind.
Yeah, looks like we got a little mix-up here.
Seems I've been sent next season's Yellowstone script. I sure do love that show.
Oh, well, thank you. I could sure use that script. Maybe we should do some kind of trade.
Tell you what, come grab your script at the Star. While you're here, why don't you audition some of our guys for Yellowstone? We got some real cowboys here.
Audition some of your guys for my show? For Yellowstone?
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Sure, Jerry. I'm on my way.
I'm loving this Yellowstone collaboration. This is awesome.
Lamb, scene one, take one.
I have the quickest hands in the West.
All right, Dad, here's your coffee.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know. I bet I can outrun a horse, though.
You think you can outrun a horse? I'll take that bet.
Easy, quick hog tie. Right here, like this.
Oh. Get it.
Wait, this isn't media day?
No, not media day. Thank you. Next.
Your show has a lot of hawks, and I'm a ball hawk. So,
My show has hawks? No, not a single hawk.
Huh? Hog tie?
You get it? Like,
Yeah, no, we got it. We did. We get it.
I don't think you got it.
I mean, my name's Gala. Come on.
Why would you say that? I don't understand what we're doing anymore. I don't understand. What are you writing? What are you doing? Don't write that down.
Okay, hear me out. Instead of a revolver, I carry a bow and arrow.
That was almost good.
Home on the range, where the deer and antelope play.
Brian, scene one, take three.
mister, I don't know you,
Got a
but if you're wearing that
desert.
88, you must be a bad man.
I'm pretty sure I wrote that.
Yeah, but it sounds pretty good, though.
Next.
I know you wrote 1883
In 1923.
Love them.
but how about a new show? 1993,
It's about cowboys.
who are on the search.
Of treasure.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's not terrible. Don't ever touch me again.
The range. Yeet. Yeehaw!
Yeah, hired. Cowboy. That's a cowboy. We have one. We found one.
We're with the Yellowstone.
Nobody messing with us. Nobody's gonna mess with us.
We're with Yellowstone. Nobody's gonna mess with us.
Nobody.
Prescott, scene one, take two.
I'm gonna give you one last chance. You leave now, or you never leave.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That's the mascot. That's the mascot.
Taylor, looks like there might have been a little confusion here. You know why I got you here? Let me tell you something. You and I are pretty similar. And the brands we built, Yellowstone and the Dallas Cowboys, they're similar too. You see, when you're a Dallas Cowboy, whether you're a player or a fan, that means that the team has your back. It means you're a Cowboy forever. It means we expect you to live up to the Dallas Cowboy brand. And when you're branded a Dallas Cowboy, most importantly, it signifies loyalty to the team above all else.
That's really beautiful, Jerry.
So week 2, wait a second. Let's go back to that week 2. Cowboys will host Aaron Rodgers and the Jets in week 2. That is going to be exciting. On the road in Arizona, hosting the Patriots, Then we have the Sunday night game against San Francisco. Monday night game against Kansas City, against the Chargers. Then we'll be home against the other LA team there. Rams. First matchup with the Eagles in Week 9. Now this Week 11 game, that is what I'm excited for right there, because I live in Charlotte, and the Cowboys are going to be in Charlotte in Week 11. 1 o'clock kickoff here in Charlotte. That'll be a fun one. Then obviously another division game on Thanksgiving against the Commanders. Then this is going to be 7:15 kickoff. So is that Monday night again, or is this a Sunday night? I think it's Monday night again. Yeah, that's the Monday night game at home against Seattle. Then the next week is Sunday night, home against Philadelphia. Ooh, then we got to go to Buffalo. That might be a fun one. I have a friend that plays for the Buffalo Bills that is hopefully going to be on this show at some point soon, once OTAs are all wrapped up and he's a little less busy than he is right now. I wonder how long of a drive it'd be to make a trek up to Buffalo there. Ooh, Week 15, though. That weather is not going to be very fun in Week 15 in Buffalo. That would probably be cold and snowy. And then we got Week 16 in Miami. So that's funny. You go from playing in the frozen tundra of Buffalo to then going the next week to Miami. And then we finish off the year with a home game against the Lions and an away game in Washington against the Commanders. I, my friends, am excited. There we go. I'm excited about the Cowboys' schedule. I know, like I said, I got a little bit selfish there because I did want to see the Cowboys' schedule, being a Cowboys fan. But I'm excited. Week 11. So when will that be, as far as date-wise? Because I got to get those tickets very soon. Let's take a look here. So we'll go team schedules. Oh. Let me take a quick look here, guys. Here we go. NFC East. Cowboys. So that'll be Week 11, which is on... Scrolling down. November 19th. Okay. Bank of America Stadium, November 19th at noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. I'm excited for that one, folks. Can't wait. Bryce Young against the Cowboys. And a Panthers team that is not a bad football team whatsoever. This is a team that was a quarterback away from being a playoff team last year. So that is not going to be a bad football game. Let me know in the comments, guys. You guys have been real quiet today as far as participation is concerned. I've been talking a lot, but let me know in the comments there. Any matchups that you guys have seen that we've gone over so far. I know we've gone over all of the Monday night games. I know that we've gone over some of the primetime, marquee matchups. We obviously just looked at the full Cowboys schedule. Let me go ahead and let me do this. Let's go over a few things from this end. Let's take a look at all of our international games as well, because there is a full international slate. Let's take a look at this together here. Let me go ahead and pull up those international games, and I'll go picture-in-picture again with you guys. There we go. All right, so let's take a look at these international games together. The first international game that we get of the year will be in Week 4, where a London staple, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're home away from home there in London, and I know I'm blocking it right out. Let's see. Hopefully you guys can see it now, right? There we go. So we got the Jaguars, which, like I said, they're home away from home there in London. Will match up against Atlanta. The next week, Jacksonville will stay in London. So that's new. That's kind of a new thing that they've decided to do here. They'll stay in London, and they'll face the Buffalo Bills. So again, I have a friend that plays for the Bills there. That should be a lot of fun for him to be able to go across the pond, play a football game there in London. Then we get a game here, Ravens and Titans, also in London at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And then, I'm sure the league is extremely excited about this one in Week 9. Chiefs, Dolphins from Frankfurt, Germany. That should be a whole lot of fun right there. Chiefs, Dolphins from Frankfurt, Germany. Think about how cool it is, how much the game is growing, and how much the NFL is growing across the world, that we get to play games in London and in Frankfurt, Germany. That's pretty cool. And then the final international game of the slate there, you have the Patriots and Colts also in Frankfurt in Week 10. That's awesome. That is awesome, man. We get a full 5, right? 5 games internationally, 3 in London, 1 at Wembley Stadium, 2 at that new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and then we also get the 2 in Germany. Man, that's a whole lot of fun right there. We got some pretty good matchups too, so that's shouldn't be a whole lot of fun. Again, folks, appreciate everybody tuning in live, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on repeat. I do appreciate you as well. If you have not done so already, please make sure to like the video, also subscribe. If you are, I do see we have somebody watching on Twitch as well. Make sure to follow the channel. At some point, hopefully, I'll get it to where it does allow subscriptions. But I think right now, all you can probably do is just follow me on there. Also, make sure, if you have not done so already, like I said, to follow me on Instagram, also Twitter. Those all are across the bottom there. And if you feel so inclined, you can always donate to the show through Venmo or Cash App. All of that across that ticker across the bottom of the screen there. But I want to hear from you guys tonight, man. Like I said, you guys have been real quiet. We've only had one comment so far, and it was just to confirm that you guys could hear me. But just let me know kind of what you guys think, what stood out so far to you that we've looked at. But I'm very excited for the NFL season coming up. Obviously, NFL is always going to be king here in the U.S. It's always going to be the sport that is going to dominate the rest of them when it comes to revenue, when it comes to viewership. And so the hype around tonight is very, very real. The NFL does a great job hyping all of these up as well. Obviously getting, I'm sure that they're going to get tons and tons of ticket sales over the next few days here. But this is going to be a whole lot of fun. Very, very much looking forward to the upcoming NFL season. There's just so much change from last year, as it seems to always be. But teams that you would have never thought last year were contenders are 100% contending teams this year. Nobody thought the Jets were going to be contenders. And then you go out and you get Aaron Rodgers, and your entire outlook changes. Because you have a good young team. You've done pretty well in the draft, over the last few years to build a good young team. You go out in free agency, you get some more weapons for your offense to surround Aaron Rodgers with, and then you end up trading for, a guy that's obviously getting older, but a guy that is still absolutely one of the top quarterbacks in the league. You have that going on, and you have that team playing multiple times on primetime television this year. I'm very surprised. Let me go back again. That Week 2 matchup between the Jets and the Cowboys, I'm surprised that's not a game that's going to be on Sunday or Monday night. However, it is going to be like the game of the week on CBS, so that'll mean obviously the Tony Romo Jim Nance game that'll be there on CBS. It looks like, so that'll be a fun one. But I mean, I'm just looking across, all these Monday and Sunday night matchups, especially, and I mean there's nothing to not be excited about. The Chargers released an anime style video for their schedule release. We won't watch that one together. But just a whole lot of fun, man. I'm very, very, very excited for this upcoming season. Again, you guys have been real quiet in the comments there, but let me know if you guys are excited about a certain matchup, if there's something that you guys wanted to talk about that maybe we haven't. Again, there is an NBA playoff game going on tonight. We can go ahead and check the status of that. Let me head over and look at that game here. Celtics and Sixers. Sixers with a chance to close out the series tonight. And Boston leading that one by 14 with 4 minutes before the half there. I'm actually pretty surprised about that. I thought that, obviously I haven't watched the whole game to see kind of how it's all gone, but it is a little bit surprising, I think, that Philadelphia has not come out as the team with their pedal to the metal, as James Harden just got right past Marcus Smart and threw it down. He is 3 of 9 shooting early. Not a good sign. If James Harden is struggling, Philadelphia has proven in the series that if James Harden is shooting as bad as he has for most of this series, that they're going to have a really hard time winning games. Well, they go from that dunk and they get another stop there. So 12-point game, 3:13 to go in the half. Philadelphia seems to have a little bit of momentum here. But yeah, the main point of tonight was obviously to go over the schedule. I think we did a pretty good job of looking at all the marquee games. We looked at those international games. Saw that really cool combination of things between the Cowboys and Yellowstone. I thought that was a really cool thing for both of those things there. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I will probably end up making some videos, though, that I will put on Facebook, Instagram, most likely TikTok as well. I did not include that there in my ticker, but you can also follow me on TikTok at CJ Pronk as well. I do upload quite a bit to that TikTok page if you are interested in that. But I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Again, please make sure to like the video, subscribe. Also, if you would feel so inclined, you can share with your friends and or family members. Anybody that you think would enjoy the channel. I'm trying to get this thing to grow as much as I can, and I cannot do it without your help. So I greatly appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy your weekend very, very soon. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Make sure to call your mom if you can't go see her in person. And if she's passed away, make sure to hug each other. But everybody have a great evening, and God bless.